It says we're live. I think we're live. Do 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 do. As I hop into my chair. There's a care in that world. What you doing?
Trying to get to our channel.
Oh.
So I can load up the chat.
Alright. What is up, Internet World, with the News 19 Nerds? I'm Michael.
I'm Leroy.
Leroy sounding tired.
I'm tired.
Fair enough. You did shoot football tonight. What was that? The side note, how was that for you? You haven't done it in a while.
It was alright. It was... The skis of schools are...
The skis of schools.
Yeah.
They are what they are. Okay.
I mean, it's in Hammond, the school that I shot is usually like hugely more professional and advanced than any other school.
Than everybody else.
So it's like...
Yeah.
So it's kind of like watching them beat up on people.
It's like practice for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
They were social distancing. Everybody had on masks, but it was still weird because it's like you see them out there, and you see the student section, and they're still kind of clumped together, but they have on masks. And then like the kids on the sideline don't have on masks who are playing. The coaches kind of put on the neck gaiters and stuff, but it's just weird.
Okay. What's up? We're back after 2 weeks. I was on vacation last week, so we didn't do one. I thought about it. I guess we could have done one with me calling in before.
Nah, I was tired.
Oh, well, that works out anyway.
We probably wouldn't have pulled it off.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
What's up, IMAX? I want to congratulate the Heat fan in the chat.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I thought it was going to be closer than it was.
Yeah. As somebody who doesn't pay attention to sports, they kind of got blown out, right? I mean, in terms of game winning.
Nah, I mean, not really. It was. I thought it would be at least a game 6, and it would be more competitive. But they just the Heat's defense was a whole lot better than our offense. So
Okay.
I tip my hat to the Heat fans that are out there.
Okay.
Although I'm just gonna let you know that LeBron is gonna run through the Heat like Taco Bell. So, which I tried to stop and get before I came back, but the line is literally in the street. The Taco Bell.
The one down
Yeah,
there?
it's like weaved all the way around, and I'm like, is Taco Bell this good? Like I just wanted to get like a cake, like a cheap quesadilla.
Okay.
Heat and 7 IMAX. We're gonna see. That first game, I was like, ooh. And then they don't have Bam tonight. Okay, we'll see. So a lot has happened in 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
One of the things we missed that we didn't get a chance to talk about.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say we missed the Emmys.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk about Microsoft's launch of the Xbox.
Wait, you mean the pre-order thing?
Yeah.
The disaster that was the pre-order?
Yes. And then
Yeah.
Bethesda, right after that.
No. Bethesda was before that. Microsoft bought Bethesda on Monday. The pre-orders went live on Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody's like, this is an interesting time to drop this information right before pre-orders go live.
I honestly don't remember the sequence of events.
That's not happening.
Because it seemed like, I'll be honest with you, the Emmys were less than 2 weeks ago. And I swear to you, I thought the Emmys were in March. Like, that's how time works right now in this terrible year of 2020.
Yeah.
So, let's kind of go back and review. Did you watch any of the Emmys?
No. I didn't know, like you, I didn't know that they were even happening that night until I saw Regina King won and Watchmen won some stuff, and then Schitt's Creek won some stuff. Like, okay, cool. I didn't even know they were happening.
So when I texted you, was that when you knew that?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I was pretty sure I was playing Avengers.
Really?
Man, I am loving Avengers. It's still a buggy mess, but I am loving it.
I'm glad you like that little trash game.
It's not trash.
It is.
It's very pretty trash. And
okay.
Whatever.
But so excuse me. So where do you want to start? You want to start with the Emmys and then go over like some of this casting news and some of the nerd stuff.
Let's do it.
So you mentioned Schitt's Creek. My hats off to those Canadians, those happy people.
I watched the first season of that. I really enjoyed it, but it was on. I watched it when it was actually happening, so that's back when it was on whatever the TV Guide channel is, the Pop Sugar thing, and then I kind of just fell off and didn't go back to it. I think it's on Netflix now, right, or Hulu or somewhere. So I do want to watch it again. But
my wife watches it.
I love everybody. Eugene Levy, I really enjoyed Eugene Levy. And who's the woman who won? Catherine O'Hara. No, that's Catherine O'Hara.
Yep.
I don't think that's right.
That's his wife, but the woman who won was Mandy or Amanda. I know which one. Not Catherine O'Hara, but the younger lady.
Yeah, I like her. I like her from Home Alone. I like her from all the. I can't think of the guy's name. Christopher Guest movies.
Okay.
Like A Mighty Wind and all that stuff. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy them a lot. So I'm happy to see that they won all that stuff.
Okay. I personally, I was flipping back and forth between football and that because that's how I saw part of the WandaVision trailer, and I didn't realize that it was on the Emmys. I thought I was watching football, and it played during the Sunday Night Football game, and that's how I saw it, and I didn't realize it actually played during the Emmys. I only watched the Emmys to see Watchmen win. I didn't give two flying, whatever, fill in the blank, whatever expletive you wanted to use. I only wanted to see if Regina King and the cast of Watchmen and Damon Lindelof and those people got the recognition, because I felt this is a moment in nerd culture. I've said this before, I'll keep saying it. I believe that this is the golden age of our fandom nerddom with us, and I felt like if the Watchmen what the Watchmen did proved that this is not, just superheroes and capes. It's not corny. Yeah. It's not that. It can be high-minded. It can educate you. It can take you places. Yeah. And I loved seeing it. I loved seeing the women recognized, when Regina was nominated, she was like, I'm glad to be nominated with all my sisters and these queens, and I love the representation. I love the fact that Watchmen was, I make no bones about the fact that I teared up during the episode, the second to last episode, when Regina King went ham.
When she went behind and pulled the
she went ham and was like, I'm gonna go out there and save you, and told Dr. Manhattan, you sit here. Then he came out and they were just like, he was like, you dead, shoot people in the face, and then when he died, and then I saw her cry.
Spoilers.
And then it's been out. If you ain't seen it, that's on you. I hurt. To see her get recognized was everything for me. But it was everything because it was something that they said that could not be done. People were like, the race stuff it was amazing. And to see that get recognized reminds me that, again, that we finally, this stuff can be high-minded.
Sure.
If given the proper
attention.
Yeah. So that's the one big takeaway from the Emmys for me. But I want to use that to segue into, we've had some huge casting news.
Marvel's doing it again.
Marvel said, screw your fandom.
Yeah. So I only know, we talked about Tatiana Maslany already, right?
No, we hadn't.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
We did, because you talked about the fact that you wanted somebody else because she just didn't picture it for you.
Yeah, I wanted Alexandria Daddario.
Yeah, and I think Ryan Porter was kind of like, he wasn't a fan of the cast. Somebody, Ryan, if it's not you, I apologize, but somebody in chat talked about it.
Because if you look at She-Hulk and you look the way that she's drawn, you look for this long, leggy, together, beautiful. I hate to... I know you wanted Allison Brie. No, who was it who wanted Allison Brie? Somebody said they wanted Allison Brie.
I wouldn't have mind Allison Brie, but I didn't bring her up.
I'm trying to remember, but I'm trying to think of who. If you've been watching the news, not to bring politics in it, when I thought of She-Hulk, and I thought of her alter ego, I thought of a woman who looked kind of like Hope Hicks. That's how she the style like a lawyer, and then just paint her green and make her giant. That's kind of how I imagined her. So seeing Tatiana, I wasn't disappointed, but I was like, they're not going in a direction that I thought they were going in. To me, they. I'm trying not to be mean, but I was like, oh, they got a real actress. It's like they didn't just get a pretty face. Like they went hard. They were like,
That's what Kevin Feige and Marvel does.
I mean,
gone are the days of your Fantastic Four movies.
Yes, but thank you, Boundless Book Owl, Angie Harmon. That kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, like an Angie Harmon type.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that's kind of. Thank you. That's the best way I could describe it.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, Marvel's not playing around. When we talked about it, for anybody who has not seen Orphan Black, go see Orphan Black, or go watch Orphan Black. I see or whatever.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. No, it's not on Netflix, is it?
I think so.
It might be on like Amazon or something. I don't think it's on Netflix.
So let's find out. I got all those.
There we go. But yeah, Orphan Black. It got weird towards the end, just in terms of the sci-fi was this and whatever. But seeing Tatiana Maslany play several different versions or clones of someone, and they all had distinct personalities, I'm like, I'll let her do anything. So I'm excited, and seeing her do a little bit of comedy on, was it Parks and Rec? She was on a couple episodes of Parks and Rec. Yeah. I want to say she was dating Tom. I think that's right. She dated Tom for a few seasons. So.
You can get it is on Prime.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, I watched it on Netflix.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, back in the day.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. But who else we got casting wise?
So the big one was the Spider-Verse just got bigger.
Well, reportedly, right? It's not official yet.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx said it.
Oh, Jamie Foxx said it.
He said it today. IGN had it.
Okay.
Was like, I'm glad to be back. I want to say there was a tweet, but he was basically like, I'm glad to be back and I'm not going to be blue.
Interesting.
Let me look.
So yeah, Jamie Foxx, Max Dillon, Electro.
It was definitely, I know it was a Hollywood Reporter exclusive, or it might have been Variety, because I posted it and we asked the question on our channel.
Got it. He's coming back as in Spider-Man and the who?
He's coming back as Shocker. Electro.
I was like, no.
I'm sorry, confused my black eyes.
I was like, Bokeem Woodbine. Oh, Leroy. That threw me for a loop.
They look alike.
They don't. No, sir. Don't do that. Not today.
Are you saying Jamie Foxx looks better than Bokeem?
I'm not saying anybody looks better than anybody. They don't look alike.
That's what it sounds like.
Anyway, Max Dillon's coming back. And the question is this going to be the same Electro from Andrew Garfield Spider-Man that's coming in Tom Holland Spider-Man?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping it is.
I hope it is too. Because that gives us multiverse, right?
Yeah. Well, not just... I mean, I believe we already have the multiverse. I believe that we know we're going to have a multiverse because we know there's literally a movie called The Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, we know we're going to get
in the first Doctor Strange, they talked about dimensions. They
Yeah.
teased it a little bit, so it's there.
Yeah.
We kind of got more of a hit of that with Spider-Man Far From Home. And the question I always had was when Mysterio said that, did he really know something, or was he just being a con man?
Well, see, and that's the question. But I knew we were already. But if you remember in that movie, one of the big things was
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons
As J. Jonah.
As J. Jonah's back.
Yes.
And everybody was like, "Oh!"
That was a great moment.
Which was spoiled for me because. Once again, I was working at the was it the comic book store? I can't remember what.
When you managed it?
I did manage it.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, someone spoiled that moment for me.
Okay.
And I was highly upset.
Yeah, I would be too. Because it's a great reveal.
So yeah, so I feel like they already kind of like set it up, but I'm personally excited for it. I'm hoping. One, I felt like. I'm going to go on a limb. This is a hot take. Some people not going to like this. Mm-hmm. Y'all ready? I think Andrew Garfield is a better Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire.
I don't feel like that's a hot take.
Man, you say that around some people.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
I thought he was fine. Oh, I got a call from Lucy.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Andrew Garfield was given better movies, because I like the romance between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. I think was the best. One, I don't like Kirsten Dunst. I'm just gonna say it. Tobey Maguire is, So I liked Andrew Garfield.
Yeah,
I thought him as Peter Parker was great.
Cool.
Was it Mark Webb? Mark Webb directed movies weren't the best, and I loved everybody in the movie. They had some great actors, but the movies weren't that great. So I'm hoping Jamie Foxx get a better shot at playing Electro. So that's just my hot take.
Were you just talking about like in Andrew Garfield over?
Yeah, but also like, was it Mark Webb? Is that the guys who directed the movies?
Yeah, it sounds right.
So everybody in the movie I like. Yeah. I loved Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. I loved well, except for Jamie Foxx. I thought as good as Jamie Foxx was, I thought that was one of his worst roles.
Yeah, and I'm always wonder stuff like that because the guy is an Oscar winner. We know he has the chops to do serious movies and comedy movies.
Yeah,
I mean he can do both. So you just wonder
why this
what was the direction?
Not only that,
because he seems like he's different from everybody else in the movie, right?
Yeah, and
he just seems out of place.
And then the wig was weird, like the hair wasn't natural. Yeah. And I felt like that was just a bad acting job from one of the say what you will, one of the greatest generational actors we have. From being able to go from a madman in Baby Driver to Ray Charles to playing, I remember he was Crockett, or was he Tubbs? Which one is what in Miami Vice?
Movie's not good, so it don't matter.
Whoa!
Yeah, I said it.
It is good.
The movie's not good.
You take that back, son.
I won't.
That is a good movie.
Nope.
You will not disrespect Michael Mann. Not on my watch, sir. Whew.
Just saying.
Heart got low. But so I like the idea of the multiverse. I like the idea of bringing Electro back. But that was just one casting. We got, as the chat rightly pointed out, Aldous
Hodge. Yeah. I liked the show Leverage. It was a show. I think it might have been on TBS or TNT, one of those. And it wasn't something that I watched religiously, but if it was on TV, I would watch it. It was a fun little show. I did like him on there.
Timothy Hutton. Yeah. The woman from Coupling, I cannot remember what her name was.
Gina something. Is it Bellman? I don't know.
I mean, we have the tools to
look it up. But we're not going to look it up. No, there's no fun in that. But yeah, I thought that show was fun, and I like him.
What I'm trying to... and I'm going to be honest with you, I was not interested in a Rock Black Adam movie. I kind of am now.
Why? Because of his casting?
Because they just keep casting more and more people that I'm like the JSA is good. Like, I don't think you understand. The JSA, like, the fact that...
Talk to me like as somebody who doesn't know what you're talking about. I know Justice Society of America, but the difference between JSA and Justice League.
JSA is better.
Okay. All right.
Depends on who you ask. It's just... I feel like the fact that they're really going... Everybody knows who the Justice League is.
Right.
The JSA is kind of like that deep cut, like the B-sides, and they have a lot of great heroes in the JSA. For me personally, I think they're more interesting.
Okay.
Because it's like it takes a little bit more to write and create and make these characters interesting.
Okay.
Because it's not like you're known Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. So I'm excited for that when they were like, we're bringing Hawkman, and I was like, are we doing Qatar Hall or like which one are we doing? And I'm just like, F it, we got a Hawkman, which I'm hoping if you want to see the Hawkman I want, go to Prime Iron Studios or Prime Studios or go to Sideshow Collectibles. They have an awesome Hawkman statue. That's the kind that I want to see. I want to see the burly. I want to see rugged. I want to see basically a flying Wolverine.
Well, and he's usually bare-chested, right?
Yes.
When I think of Aldous Hodge, he's like tall and lanky. So I wonder if he's going to put on muscle or do whatever.
There's a boss. So go look on, there's an artist, his name is Boss Logic. I think it's a man, it could be a woman, I don't know.
I'm familiar with Boss Logic.
Boss Logic did a markup of all this as Hawkman, and it looks amazing.
Okay.
So they he is in shape.
Yeah.
So if he bulks up, and honestly, you can digitize some muscles.
Sure.
DC,
300 gave us that.
No, some of those dudes were really in shape.
Some
man.
of them were. Not all.
Whoa, sir! You will not disrespect
300 and Miami Vice in the same
in
night?
the same video. Zack Snyder, you will not disrespect Leonidas and what he did to save us from the Persian horde that was coming to take over the world.
You done?
He made a God King bleed.
You done?
Michael Fassbender was in there.
Fantastic. Okay, great.
And then, so we got that great casting. And then we also, what? Man, no, I don't want to Google free.
You gonna raise it up, or you just gonna? He needs a moment, y'all. Okay, there we go. Yes.
Then we got this.
Yeah.
We got Kamala Khan casting.
Yes. By someone I've never heard of,
No one's heard of her.
and I think it's great.
Her name is Iman Vellani. She is a Canadian actress.
Yeah.
Those
I think that's
Canadians
really cool.
again, sneaky Canadians, coming across the border,
I'm happy
taking
with
American jobs. I'm all for it.
it. I hate you so much. Yeah, I'm excited about this because I think she's 18, but again, as people in Hollywood can do, you always get older people to play younger people. She looks like she could be like 15 or 16, the age that Miss Marvel would be.
Yeah.
And I think this is great. Again, tying back to Avengers. Spoiler alert for the Marvel's Avengers game. That story really is Kamala Khan's story. You have the Avengers around, but they didn't really market it as much. But that story is Kamala's story.
Well,
And so it's cool that she's getting more representation in video game.
why
and
am I
now
holding this down instead of like up?
up somewhere with your
Yeah.
where your
I don't know.
oh
man.
okay, it's staying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see her on the silver screen.
One of the things that I think, one of the wonderful things about all this casting and all these things is we're getting new people in roles that we hadn't seen before, and we're getting new characters we hadn't seen before. The Disney Plus show is a 6-issue, not 6-issue, I'm sorry.
The comic book coming out.
It is.
Yeah.
A 6-episode series. I do not know anything because when I looked her up online, I hadn't seen her in acting in anything. I think this is a great opportunity for her. We do know she's going to be the first to make the leap, whereas the Marvel MCU characters on movies go on to television. She's doing the opposite.
Right.
She's going to start on Disney Plus and then transition into the movies.
So, and do we think? I mean, to me, it makes the most sense that she would probably be in Captain Marvel 2. Probably.
See, true, but I don't know where they are.
Right,
Like,
timeline wise. Yeah.
it would be great. I hope that she isn't in Captain Marvel 2.
Okay.
I hope what they do is she's the Easter egg at the end of Captain Marvel 2, where you look up and she's like seeing Captain Marvel, and she's like, oh my gosh, there she is, and is inspired, and that leads into the series. Yeah.
I guess.
And then we learn more about her in her own series.
Yeah, and my thinking was that Captain Marvel, we would get the Miss Marvel show before we got Captain Marvel 2.
We
but
might.
Again, who knows where production stuff it is with coronavirus delaying stuff. Who knows where they are exactly. We do know that the two of the people directing shows are the two directors from your movie of the year.
What?
Bad Boys for Life.
Woo!
Yeah. They're I know they're directing a couple episodes.
$100 million.
That was it? No, like 400 something, right?
I don't know.
I just said 100.
Just throwing out numbers.
I'm pretty sure it's the highest grossing movie of the year.
I know it's the highest grossing movie of the year.
It's wild, but yeah.
I called it.
Yeah. You did not plan on a virus to decimate the world to make this movie.
Oh no!
Number one. Movie.
The Simpsons did that. I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
The Simpsons and Akira prophesized that.
Yeah.
I just said Bad Boys for Life was going to
You said it was gonna be huge.
I said it was going to be huge.
Yeah, and it is.
I feel great about that one.
But so what do you want them to take from the comic book Miss Marvel to put in the show?
I know this is going to sound weird because I haven't really. Man, I hate to give this to you.
Ken from Chicago wanted us to know Agent Carter's Jarvis was the first TV character to appear in film MCU and Endgame. Because we were saying she was going to be the first one to make the jump from TV to movie. But the guy who played Jarvis in Endgame was in the Agent Carter show.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
To be fair, Leroy didn't watch Agent Carter, right?
Did not.
So he wouldn't know that.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
I know.
That was a good show. Man, we miss you, Agent Carter.
I don't want to give this props, but from what I hear, besides D. Steezel, I want them to take that wide-eyed, bushy-tail, like, these are the Avengers that you got in the Avengers game. That storyline where she's like, these are the Avengers. I hope they go that route, because that's who she is. She's the straight A fangirl, kind of annoying, but a heart of gold. She always tries to be the best. Not like in a I'm better than you, but like she's Anna Grace.
Friend of the show, Anna Grace. Okay.
She's how Anna Grace is always trying. She's always happy. She's always ecstatic about stuff.
Yeah.
That's Miss Marvel.
Okay.
She is Muslim American. Did I say that right?
Muslim American.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was making sure I wasn't.
I believe so.
Like I wasn't like it was like she is American. She is Muslim. One of the greatest things about Miss Marvel and the character that was created is, and I'm going to push back on some people who, because I've seen this online where people are like, why did they put Miss Marvel in the Avengers game when she's not that popular?
She is popular.
First
Somebody
of all,
who doesn't read comics,
First of all, she is popular.
Yeah.
The problem is what people think or what they realize is Marvel sells a shit ton of a book that we don't read, but guess who does? Kids.
Yeah.
Because guess where a lot of her books sell?
I was like probably young adults and stuff, right?
Scholastic Book Fair.
Ah, okay.
So her books, her graphic novels, sell like gangbusters, and those in that market. So maybe her comics doesn't sell as like a Thor or maybe Batman. They're not up there in those numbers. But her young adult books, kind of like those over there, that's why DC has gotten into them.
Yeah.
That's where she sells. That's where she's hugely popular. So I was pushing back on some people who were like, she's not that popular. She is. But also, she's the gateway into the Avengers, kind of like what we were when we watched it, that wide eye. And it's nice to see from a kid's perspective to see the Avengers kind of like gods, but then also to be able to hang out with your idols. So I'm hoping they bring that to the table when they bring it on screen. But also I also want to see her family life, because I think that's one of the biggest problems I think we have in this, I don't want to say this country or this, but not being exposed to different cultures and different ideas and different, and I think having a Muslim American family, seeing them just go about their day as regular people and not the Homeland way or 24 or True Lies, things I actually like, but
those are fun, but man, that's
like if you're come on, like so that I'm really hoping to see.
Yeah.
So I'm
Ken from Chicago brought up, or was it, no, who was it? Rayshawn K, you said Bad Boys is now the #2 grossing movie of the year. Let us know what the #1 movie is. I'm curious. I don't know what it is. So just don't have to. Go ahead.
Ryan Porter, Wire Comics still around. Just sell full art graphic novels is better. You would be interested in a company called TKO. They do that. They sell issues. You can buy all the issues at once, or you can just buy the trades in the graphic novels, and you can just buy that story. And they have they have some of the biggest names in comics doing their books. Local artist Steve Epting drew a book called Sarah about a Russian sniper during World War II. Beautiful book. So if you're looking for books that are just like that. Or you can just wait and just trade with it like a lot of people. But I'm still a sucker who buys floppies. I still go every Wednesday. It's the highlight of my week.
You do have a baby and a wife.
I see them every day. Comics come out once a week.
Every time I'll be trying to set you up to be a great dad and a husband, and you...
I see them every day.
Every day?
I don't see comics every day.
But you probably still do see comics every day.
Nah, not like that, man.
Okay.
Like to go in the store and just like be in the store, you know.
Okay.
Nah, it's just you can be a kid. So yeah, these castings have been amazing to me because they each mean something different for the particular franchises. So I'm interested. I'm invested.
Okay.
Ken from Chicago, I'd say both of them, and the X-Men were on my. For me, I'm a true X-Men head from day one. I still remember my first X-Men issue. I still read. I think House of X, Powers of X, or Powers of 10, is one of the best X-Men stories since, I'll say, the Astonishing X-Men, from, of all people, Joss Whedon. I cannot wait for them to come on screen, but I think this is going to be a great, and this is another way to backdoor in the Inhumans after they
tried with the TV show. Man.
So,
side note, why did they let Scott Buck mess with the Inhumans? I think he was a showrunner for the Inhumans.
Because remember, Jeff Loeb was in charge of the television side, and him and Feige. Remember, they were...
Yeah.
And then Kevin Feige got all of the...
I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that Scott Buck touched. Like, I think the last couple of seasons of Dexter, he was maybe in charge of and touched, and people didn't like those. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, it's...
Just whatever. Yeah.
That's why Feige got the Affinity Gauntlet and snapped and got rid of and took everything.
You're not part of the MCU anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love it.
So I'm excited for all of these casting news. It was almost overwhelming because when Jamie Foxx got announced, I was like, "Oh, they're doing it!" Like because you knew they were doing something because you knew in the Morbius trailer, you saw Michael Keaton and you were like,
not only did you see Michael Keaton, you saw a Spider-Man poster, but it was a Spider-Man poster from PS4, the game. So it's just like there's a lot going on.
And so I'm like, what are they doing? And then we still have what is her name? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can see her face. Is her name Seven? What was her name on Doctor House? She's directing a female-centric Spider-Man movie or something.
House.
She was on House.
Okay. I don't know.
The woman who's directing now. She did a movie Vigilante. She just finished directing that.
Fantastic.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Okay. Great. What was the other? Oh, Olivia Wilde.
Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you, guys.
That's why chat does it.
You guys are the best.
Ken from Chicago.
Thank you.
You yeah, Star of the Night.
Olivia Wilde. She was acting. She was on House.
Booksmart. You should tell me Booksmart.
She directed Booksmart too. You're right.
Yeah, that's what you told me that. I've been like, okay, Olivia Wilde.
But I knew she was because she did Vigilante. Man, that's I have never seen Olivia Wilde like that before in my life. Like
she directed it and started it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she's violent. Like when people are like Olivia Wilde, she's directing now. Go watch Booksmart and watch Vigilante. Two totally different movies, and you're like, this chick did it's just two tonally different movies.
Okay.
But they're both awesome movies. So yeah, so I'm really excited about all of this.
I think to wrap it all up for all the casting, it's great to see different people of color and ethnicities and everything getting cast in roles that we don't normally see them cast in and getting representation for stuff. I just think going back to your point of just broadening our horizons and learning more about different cultures, I think is great. So.
Well, we saw how big. You know, we still have our Chadwick Boseman, rest in power, King, stuff up, and we know how big and how important that was for a generation of people. Not to throw politics in it, but we know, regardless of what you felt about him politically, we know how much of a catalyst having a black man as president, seeing a black man as a superhero in the MCU, which garnered one of the biggest, box office gross. A lot of people forget Chadwick Boseman was Chinese's favorite actor one year. I think it was 2017 or 16. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of those, but he was China's favorite actor. So to see people in different, and one of the things I thought was amazing is it doesn't matter what color you are. If the casting and the show or the movie is good, kids will gravitate towards it. One of the funniest and cutest things I ever saw was, and you were with me, when we went to South Carolina SC Comic-Con in Greenville. When we were walking, one of the cosplayers was a little red-headed white girl dressed as Miles Morales Spider-Man. One of the cutest pictures. It blew up on our social media. Robert Young, who is the owner of Borderlands Comics, when he saw it, he was like, send that to me. And he posted it on his social media because he was like, this is what it's about. And so to see all these castings, to me, was just awesome. To see these directing nods, to see, Kim from Chicago, or was it Tron Legacy? I'm sorry, I love Tron Legacy. To see Jared Leto, and I think Jared Leto is a phenomenal actor. I think he got a bad rap. I think he's a little kooky sometimes, but you can't tell me Jared Leto is not a great actor. And to see to pair him up with Tron Legacy, I'm all for it.
I gotta read the script, so.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you I'm reading some of the comments, guys. D. Steve's, I love both of the Tron films, but Tron Legacy just touched my heart. From the choreography to, I thought the face de-aging was a little off, but everything from the soundtrack from Daft Punk. Mondo is re-releasing that album on vinyl. I have the album on vinyl, but they did a whole new cover for it. Thor's new book from Donny Cates is pretty good. I have the last issue. I haven't read it yet, so I have to get back into it. Then we had PulseCon.
Yeah.
And so let's dive into real quick. Xbox and Bethesda. The floor is yours.
I'm still reading. Okay, so I'll set it up. That Monday must have been last week. It was kind of a surprise announcement. Who knows? I wonder how long this deal has been in the works. It's got to be probably months, maybe years.
No, years, because it was supposed to happen 2 years ago and it fell apart.
Oh, has that come out now?
Yeah. So Microsoft was trying to purchase Bethesda 2 years ago. The deal fell apart, and so then they restarted again. So now people are wondering, because people were like, did they try to buy Bethesda because they couldn't buy WB? And then it was like, no, they were trying to buy both at the same time. Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, they have now acquired. Well, they acquired ZeniMax, which I think owns Bethesda, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. ZeniMax owns Bethesda. Then what else? So they got Machine Games.
So that's your Doom and no, Doom isn't Machine Games. Machine Games is Wolfenstein. Doom is id.
Yeah.
Yeah.
id Software.
Yeah. They got the Fallout series now. Which is all under Bethesda Software.
Well, that last Fallout, they can have that.
I mean, Fallout 76, I think is still chugging along.
It's gotten better. It's gotten, but
it probably tarnished the name a little bit, but whenever
tarnished.
True, but whenever they make a proper Fallout 6, people are going to be ham for it because it's going to go back to, oh yeah, you guys remember Skyrim? That's on everything, including I think a refrigerator now, right? Isn't it on a refrigerator? I think you play Skyrim on a refrigerator. But yeah, when Fallout 6 comes out, people are going to be all over that again. Whatever the new Starfield thing is that Todd Howard's working on.
That we have no idea what it is.
Right. You also got the people that are making the, what's the game with the little girl? She was so cute, everybody loved her. Tokyo Ghostwire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game. whatever the studio is. So that game is going to be on PlayStation 5 for who knows if it's a time exclusive or it's a full exclusive. But I don't know if is it like forever or is it a year?
It's a time exclusive.
So you got that. You also got Arcane Studios, which gives you Dishonored 2, and then Deathloop, which is another time exclusive. But I mean, so many studios they bought up. So I think now Microsoft has 23 studios to make first-party games or whatever.
First-party games.
The question is, are they gonna
Minecraft?
What about Minecraft?
Keep going, because I'm using Minecraft as the example. I know.
Yeah, are they going to make them produce solely games exclusively for the Xbox, or are they going to let them be for all systems? Now you go ahead so I can finish this script.
That's a great question. I think it's too early to tell, because I don't know what the split is, but I know you get is it a producer credit or a publisher's credit? What is I think it's 30%. Whatever the so like Minecraft, Microsoft owns, what's the studio that makes Minecraft?
Mojang or Mojang, I don't know how you pronounce it.
I don't know. It's Minecraft. So Microsoft owns. I'm sorry. Sorry. That's why I keep you in the plastic. So Microsoft lets Minecraft go on every platform because they get money off of that. The question is, do they allow your big titles like Skyrim, make it a timed exclusive, but your unknown titles, your things that aren't out yet, make that exclusive to Microsoft, day and date Game Pass, because the idea is to make money. You don't want to limit where your game can be played when you're trying to make money. And like, how many times have people bought Skyrim?
People bought Skyrim several times.
See, so you don't.
Friend of the show, Shauna, in Master Control. I know she's bought Skyrim on several different. I know she bought it on PC. She has it on Switch, probably on Xbox 360. So yeah.
I loved. Somebody was like, "How many times are they gonna keep making Skyrim?" And somebody was like, "When you stop buying them." And it was from like that who worked at the company, and it was like, "You keep buying it, we'll keep making it." And it's so I think like games like that, I think they're going to continue to do it because it's almost like, why would you, if you had Grand Theft Auto, why would you make that an exclusive on one console? When you have so many people. But to play hardball with Sony, I believe Starfield might be an exclusive. Because it's one of those games. Because this is the thing with what Sony does, and they do it well. I don't like it, but I kind of like it. It's a business. And if you want to play this game, you got to get...
Our king!
It's been a long week.
Keep going. What?
Sorry.
It's a business. If you got to do what? Something.
No, I'm sorry. Whew. So if you want to play Starfield or whatever it's called, you got to buy this.
Well, maybe not that. I mean, if they brought it back on 360, that would be a power move.
But I mean, you got to buy. And I can understand that. But and that's how you attract people to your console, by having exclusives that you cannot get. Like, and if you think about it, now all of your American RPGs, with the exception of, I think Microsoft owns all of your American RPGs. They have Fable, they have Skyrim, they've got your...
They have pretty much all of the big Western RPGs, yeah. With the one thing that they don't have is BioWare. So like your Mass Effect and your Dragons. Well, that means they would have to buy EA. Unless they just bought, because I don't think EA is getting rid of BioWare. But that's an interesting story too.
You know what?
What?
I wouldn't be mad if Microsoft bought EA and like slaughter the entire management of EA and just absorb it.
I like this new culture that Microsoft has of
we'll let you do
your own thing, because instead of giving more money to the studios that they have, they said, let's just buy everybody and have the people that are already good make stuff, which we'll see if it works or not. Sony is the king of having exclusive games that you want to play on Sony.
Oh, yeah.
Microsoft kind of had that with Halo. It's kind of fallen by the wayside. I enjoyed Gears of War. I think you've enjoyed the new one too.
I like the new one more than I like the original.
Right. So, but even saying that, Gears of War isn't like killing it. I think in the general populace, like A Last of Us Part 2 is our God of War is.
No.
Because those are just big name exclusives. So I like this idea of them buying studios and letting them still run kind of autonomously, but just having that Microsoft funding to do their own thing. And I don't know if EA would play with them like that.
Oh,
if Microsoft
if you bought them, you do whatever you want.
Right, but I don't even know if they're like. I don't think the hassle is worth it to try and restructure the culture, let them do whatever they want.
It might be. I mean, EA is not what it used to be. Let's be honest.
You say that, but Star Wars Squadrons came out. People are loving that game. They're saying it's a return to form.
Hold on. One game out of how many
I'm
times?
just saying that's the newest game.
I understand that's
There's
the newest.
hope. All I'm saying is there's hope.
Well, calm down, Luke Skywalker.
Maybe.
But I don't know who said this. I'm trying to remember. But one of the things that I think that, and whoever said it was right, Microsoft is no longer selling us, and it might have been, I'm looking right here.
Don't do it, because I know where you're going.
Sony sells Ken from Chicago says Sony sells PlayStations, not games. Microsoft selling game and Xbox is a bit more conflicted. They have incentive to not be exclusive the way Sony is, and he's right. But I think it goes a little further than that. Whereas Microsoft is selling you a service. Like there's no reason to not buy Game Pass if you have an Xbox One or Xbox S, or whatever the thing. So I think whoever said it, they're selling a service. And I think that service, how much is it? Like, is it $15?
I don't even know what I pay anymore.
It just comes out of the account.
It's not super expensive that I'm worried about.
But this is the thing. You'd be an idiot to not have Game Pass. I think Doom Eternal's on there now.
Now I know you're trolling me. I hate you so much.
What?
Don't do that. Anyway.
What were you talking about?
We talked about Doom Eternal before we came down here.
We did?
Nope.
No, we didn't.
No, you're not going to do this to me.
Are you? I just found out because I got a text alert from them.
Don't do this to me.
Because they were like, hey, this is new on Game Pass. And I was like,
don't do this to me.
Oh.
Going back to Microsoft and Bethesda. I hate you. Going back to Microsoft and Bethesda. I think.
I'm sorry.
I think we kind of got an idea of what they will do based on what you said with Minecraft, of letting other stuff breathe on there. I don't even know if they're worried about having it be a time exclusive so much as just letting it be day one Game Pass. Like, if you got Game Pass, you don't have to pay $70 that Sony has now established.
And not only that,
for this new game.
Like, when I think about Game Pass, and
I don't know why I put quotations around $70. It is $70.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I don't like. I'm going to buy because I haven't yet. And just because I don't have time for it. I'm going to buy Last of Us 2. I'm going to buy Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm going to play it. I'm going to enjoy it. But if there was a way that I could just download those two without paying however much they are on Game Pass, Avery was telling me Control was on Game Pass, and he played. He was like, that game was creepy as hell, but he had so much fun playing. And
he has an Xbox?
I don't know what Avery has.
I thought he had a PlayStation. I don't know. Friend of the show, Avery, you let us know what systems you got. I don't know.
I'll text him and ask. But I remember him telling me he was playing playing Control. And if you could avoid not buying that game, when I just got finished playing Outer Worlds, and I was like, I don't have to buy this game. And now when I go home, or I could probably do it now, through my phone, download Doom Eternal. And whenever I want to, like, the idea of having that day one date, and again, you can't say, like I have said in the past, they don't have enough first party stuff. I have literally said that on this channel.
You have?
That excuse is gone now.
Well, in 2 years it's gone. because for the time being, Sony still has the exclusives.
Oh yeah.
So this move is great 2 years down the road. There's still nothing that I need day one to own an Xbox Series X. Kind of going back and jumping, we talked about pre-orders for a second. I tried to pre-order an Xbox Series X for like a little bit, and then I just gave up. And I'm not disappointed.
You're not pressed for it?
Not really. I got PlayStation 5. I'm good.
And then this is the thing. We don't know how well these games will run versus on one from the other.
Yeah.
So, like, I personally am not, like, I'm interested in Red Dead Redemption, but I'm not like, I gotta have it.
That's a fun game.
It is, but what I'm saying is, I can wait.
Yeah.
Because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I don't need to spend $70 or $80 to go play it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on Game Pass. I can let it download in the background and then get to it whenever I get to it.
Yeah.
And to me, Game Pass isn't just for gamers. I think, hold on, let me reword that.
Hardcore gamers?
Not just hardcore gamers. I think Game Pass is one of the things that, let's say, for like, perfect example, not this year, but next year. You say, okay, we're going to buy the kids an Xbox, whatever. You don't even buy games with it.
Yeah.
You just say, hey, here's the Game Pass account. Go wild. Because you are day and date, the EA stuff.
Yeah.
You now have Bethesda, which means you have access to all of their stuff. Doom, Wolfenstein. You probably got Wolfenstein Youngblood, the first one that came out.
I know one of them, I think like the new DLC is on Game Pass right
Yeah.
now. I don't know if the other two are. They might be. But
What is it? Old Castle or whatever?
Old Blood and then Young New, I don't remember.
Well, the Old Blood is Blazkowicz, and then the Wolves or Youngblood is his daughters.
Right.
His foul-mouthed kids. They are foul-mouthed. They're funny
are.
as hell.
Yeah.
So you don't have to spend
Ooh.
what?
Rayshawn K, I'm just seeing this. You said they just took it off Game Pass.
What? Took what?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. So what did we just talk about that they took off Game Pass? I'm
Don't
curious.
say Doom Eternal.
That would be weird. They
Oh,
just put
man.
it on there. But yeah. But going back to that, it also goes back to them their xCloud service and you playing Game Pass on a phone, because a lot of kids play stuff on a phone, on an iPad.
Yep.
If Microsoft can play with Apple to actually get the xCloud to work on Apple.
Supposedly the way it works is it will work on xCloud because it doesn't change any. I cannot explain it the way Polygon and The Verge explained it, but supposedly the way the system is set up, because the phone is playing through the cloud to here. It's almost like a VPN. I think that's how they explained it.
Okay.
Like it's hosting. It's not exactly. So whoever the computer people are here can explain it a whole lot better than I can.
Well,
Red Dead.
Yeah. Oh, they took it off. Dang. All right.
That's what Rayshawn K says.
All right. I mean, it was there for a while. That's one thing I wish Microsoft did. I love Game Pass. I've sung its praises forever. I wish they would give you a bigger notice when games are leaving Game Pass.
They do.
I wish.
I get a
bigger.
text. I get a text alert.
I don't get no text alert.
Damn.
Friend of the show, Phil Spencer. I don't get no text alert.
So they'll like, I usually will get like
Interesting.
I usually get like, hey, play this before it leaves. Yeah. I personally, I don't want to know, make amends, apologize. I don't even know what it is, but Brian Gamer brings up a great point. People need to realize how much better Xbox ecosystem is than PlayStation. And I'm going to be honest with you. The little bit that I've played with the Xbox versus the PlayStation, it is a little better.
Yeah.
And it is a little more, I mean, it is a learning curve coming from a PlayStation to an Xbox.
Yeah.
But it is, once you learn it and once you realize what you can do and customize it, it is better than what PlayStation offers. So it's going to be interesting to see what the UI of the PlayStation is going to be.
We still haven't seen that yet.
Nope, because Microsoft has sent out tester kits to people. And no, IGN has one. Your guys, I think, Kind of Funny has one.
Probably, I would imagine so.
So, but it's Miles Case Jr. I'm gonna tell you right now. Xbox Blue, what?
Miles Case Jr., why would you never get an Xbox? Maybe you've told us this in the past. Why would you never get an Xbox?
I will say this. I have always been... I am a Sony fanboy. I can admit that. I really can't appreciate what Microsoft has been doing. I was one of the people who was mad at Microsoft because I had the 360. Mm-hmm. I got the red ring of death, and I had to fight because at the time the PlayStation 3 wasn't coming out for a year. So I was like, if I want to upgrade or had it.
Yeah.
Was like, okay. And then I got the red ring, and I was mad because I was like, you knew it was faulty.
Yeah.
That Microsoft is not... we don't have that Microsoft.
Phil Spencer was not in charge then.
No. So
Phil Spencer has done a lot to turn stuff around for Microsoft and Xbox. For Xbox, I should say.
So I'm all on board with new Microsoft. I think there's still some things they get wrong, but I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't have the games yet, but I'm coming around.
Yeah. I think we got to wrap up.
Yeah.
Because we kind of got some breaking news we got to deal with. Stuff always popping off here. I want to. Brian Gamer, let me know next time you're playing Avengers, so we can kind of level up some people. I'm trying to level up my Hulk right now and my Thor. So let me know what you're doing with your.
Brian Gamer says that the Xbox new UI is really nice.
Cool.
Like I'm really interested. Like just because I can't afford it right now, I am going to upgrade. Yeah. But I really want to have them side by side and see which one, how they do, and
sure.
But Microsoft, I'm not gonna lie, had me a little excited last week or whenever this news dropped. So guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Stay safe.
I wanted to acknowledge Miles Case Jr. The reason why he didn't ever buy it, the games were never impressed me, and the controller feels uncomfortable in my hand.
The new controller's better. They have since the 360. They have D. Stiesel. I'm trying not to be one of those people like the negative people online. I love Sony. I always have. PlayStation has always had my heart, but I can acknowledge Microsoft is upping their game and they are coming to play. I think before they weren't. I think before they were like a blind. They were stumbling around in the dark. With one hand tied behind their back. I think they are really on the move.
Okay.
So I'm
cool.
So guys, stay safe out there. There's a lot of negative news. Look for the positive. Look for.
Oh, what got you through the week?
My baby in Warframe. Oh, son. So there are hip hop versions of like the Muppets. People have like spliced the Muppets over like old school songs and like you can go watch A Tribe Called Quest doing Scenario, and it's like Fozzy as Busta Rhymes. I have been watching that shit drinking with my son at 3 o'clock in the morning after I feed him. We're lit, like my house is lit at 3 a.m. in the morning. My wife is asleep. I have a beer in my hand, baby in the other hand, and we are just rhyming the hell out of. They did Forget About Dre, and it's Cookie Monster. Elmo is in a Tribe Called Quest. Son, when I'm telling you, this is the greatest thing ever. Because you see it's funny. He watches the screen. He don't know what the hell is going on. But it is hilarious because I cannot wait. That's how I'm going to teach him old school. That's how I'm going to teach him about hip-hop.
Fantastic. For me, it's been Avengers. You tell these people bye.
All right, guys. Stay safe. Like Ryan Porter said, stay frosty. IMAX. Hope the Heat loses. Ha ha! What?
Nothing.
I'm being a hater.
Okay.
But no, for real, guys. There's a lot of bad news out there. Stay safe. Guys,
D. Stiesel, we have a Twitch channel. We just haven't used it yet.
Yeah, we're lazy and we're old and we don't know how to use it.
We know how to use it.
You do?
Yeah. I just haven't really done it yet.
Why haven't you taught me?
Lazy.
Black people, I tell you. Just keeping us down. All right, guys. Hey, we're out. Love you.